He's lived in Eugene for 3 years, had one job. I don't think he's had another job since. He's got this dog that's deaf, and he claims that the deaf dog is why he doesn't have a job. He got the dog from these fucking hillbillies. He pretty much saved it.
I got him outside of Springfield. It's like 40 minutes outside of Springfield. It took us a good couple hours to find because it was a dirt road. That the sign to the road was just a big brick platform with, it might have actually been a paper plate that said, I believe it was Dirt Lane. I was pretty sure there was like 6 cars out in the front yard. I mean, fence was all torn down. It was something else. He was the only one in the litter that was white, so that's why we got him, because he was pure white.
The thing that I don't like about the dog is that my brother can use it as an excuse.
Can't really go get a job because I only make a minimal amount of money to be able to pay for rent and food and other things. Well, you know, just life. So it's kind of hard to be able to come up with extra cash to be able to pay for things that the dog needs so he can stay at home by himself. Because if you leave him at home, he just trashes the house, chews on everything. We've got complaints from our neighbors from him barking nonstop when you leave him at home. Because technically he doesn't know he's barking because he can't hear.
He lives with this girl who supports him, more or less. And he plays online poker. That's what my brother's life has come down to. Playing online poker so that he can pay his rent.
Enough to support myself, but not like I'm living the life of luxury. Waking up at like 6 in the morning and sitting in front of the computer for about, I don't know, give or take, 12 to 16 hours a day.
He says he doesn't have a job because of the dog.
I mean, I'm the one that went out and bought the dog. Don't really want to give him up, but
because he has to stay home with the dog. Somebody has to be with the dog at all times. It's deaf and it freaks out if no one's there.
Oh, well, he was born deaf. 70% of white dogs are born deaf. He had one of his eyes scratched out by a cat, sort of. There's only 3 layers to your cornea, and the cat got through 2 of them, so a nice big piece of scar tissue formed over his eye, and he can only see pretty much out of one eye.
I feel pretty bad about the cat scratching the dog's eye out. First of all, because the cat is supposed to belong to my brother. And when we moved out and weren't going to live together anymore, I wouldn't let Josh have the cat. I stole the cat. I took him away from my brother, even though we picked him out on my brother's 18th birthday, and it was pretty much his birthday gift, and I stole it. I stole the cat.
And then he got hit by a car when he was littler, I guess. That's what the vet told us. Doesn't really have the use of one of his back legs.
I'm not sure, even if he didn't have the dog, if he would be out looking for a job, because he didn't have one when he was living with me. He didn't have a dog then. He didn't have the dog that summer, and he didn't have a job then.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know how bad I hate just fucking sitting at home, not going out and being able to do anything. I mean, you take him anywhere and he's just an asshole because he doesn't get it. He's half retarded. I mean, mentally challenged.
The dog puts a strain on his life. He can't go get a job. He can't have friends. He can hardly even leave his house because he can't be seen leaving the house with the dog because, one, he's not supposed to be living there, and the dog is definitely not supposed to be living there. They just got a $250 fine and a threat to be evicted if my brother and the dog didn't get out. And he didn't move out, so I don't know what they're going to do about that.
I don't know. I would be able to go out and do things and not even have to worry about what's going on with the dog.
If it weren't for me, he wouldn't have moved down here.
So I'll keep him and go through the burden before I give him to the pound. Cause the way it goes, it's responsibility. Guess it's not really very responsible to not have a steady job though.